Greetings, Internet. It is Alex and Lewie from Barefaced, and we have three spectacularly large-looking guitar cabs here. So this is our oversized 2x12, the Upsizing. Well, it's a 2x12, or it's a 12 plus 15, or if you fancy trying it, you can have it as a 2x15, which we haven't made one yet. It'll totally work as one. They will fit, and we can tune it to work well. But not many guitarists use a 2x15.
It's pretty large, isn't it?
I think some. Tell me, does Adam Jones of Tool use a 2x15 next to his 4x12? I think he might.
Right.
But yeah, so what we've got here is a Redback, which is the 150 watt
Monster.
big magnet Celestion 12, which we like a lot.
Yeah.
On top of a 15-inch Celestion Fullback, that's 101. So that's rated as a 200 watt cab.
Yeah.
Then we have a
G12H-150
H-75 Creamback.
Yeah.
On top of an A-type.
A-type.
Which is a more Fendery sounding, American sounding speaker.
Yeah.
So it's darker, confusingly, because Fender amps are brighter, so American sounding speakers are darker.
To offset that.
Yeah. And then this is essentially a stock Uprising as much as they ever get. So it's two V30s. And they're all slightly different variants as well, in that this is a single AVD low tuned. This is a single AVD standard tuning.
Yep.
And this is a dual AVD, so this one's got the AVD behind both drivers. This is also stereo wired.
It is, yeah. We're not using it as stereo today, we're just going in.
So you can run different signals, top and bottom.
Yeah, 2 amps and all that.
Yeah,
awesome.
wet, dry, whatever.
Wet, dry,
complications. And we're miking them with large diaphragm condenser, which is down here about 7-8 foot from the cabs. They're all pointing towards it. And we've got the mic on top of the camera for talking.
Simple
but
as
this
that.
is uncompressed and running into Logic. So I will switch between. They are different impedances, so I'll be switching the... I don't have enough hands. Well, I'll figure it out. We're just going to start on the V30.
2 V30s.
Over there. Let's have a listen.
Cool. I wanted to start clean for that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some differences going on.
There really are.
What are you hearing?
Well, that is a V30 cab. You hear it loud and clear.
Are you hearing a bit less top end because of what it's in?
It's not. You're right. It doesn't feel as bitey.
It
strangely.
doesn't. No, that V30.
Bigger.
Yeah, it's bite. It's the only bit hair, whatever you want to call it. I'm not getting it quite as much, but they are obviously still just V30s.
So these enclosures are bigger than normal. The logic being that if you want a vertical 212, which is a nice tall cab, which is convenient, but you've got a bigger head, it looks better to have a cab that's the width of the head or wider. But also if you have a larger enclosure, then the speaker's resonant frequency stays lower and it does bigger lows, and if you've got a tuned low frequency resonance, like in all our AVD cabs, like with a ported cab.
Yeah.
That resonance resonates more strongly as well, so you can bigger, and it lowers the tuning. If you don't change anything else and you make the cab bigger, you lower the resonance, so you end up with something that essentially sounds bigger. And this is the thing you'll notice with good hi-fi speakers. It sounds a bit basic, but bigger speakers sound bigger.
Yeah,
they do, don't they?
Simple as that.
Yeah, and it's not that the lows. It's not that there's more lows. They just go lower.
Right. Okay.
And a guitar is a low instrument. Remember, when it's written, it's a transposing instrument. The lowest note on a standard tuned guitar is 82 hertz, which is low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not many people can sing that low. Low.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, it's low.
It is right down there, isn't it? We think as a basses they're not, but
yeah.
All right, let's do a little bit of dirt, because I think this is where these really come to life.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very much hearing. Actually, let's hear it with the dirt. But that's warmest.
Totally.
That's got a bit more aggro.
It
feels like that 15's got a load of upper mids that A-type doesn't have.
That does something that these don't, just because it's a 15. I've never really spent much time playing through them, so it's really noticeable in the hands. Let's go really dirty. We'll go straight into big muff territory. Which one are we starting with?
We're on that one.
Again. That's chunky as hell, isn't it?
Oh, they're really fun.
Yeah, I went onto the neck for that because I was saying just before we started filming, everything in me is telling me to like take some low end out, put some top end on, because this is not the kind of stuff I usually play. But if you don't and you just lean into it, that's like some seriously doomy, like awesome sludginess.
It's really crunchy and thick and dark. Yeah, it's quite volume 4.
Yeah, it's still quick, which is nice. Like I can still do that.
Oh, they're really tight.
Yeah, it's not like floppy and like, you know.
We're going to get hold of a 412 to compare.
Yeah.
With these.
Great.
Well, maybe not with these, but to compare with some of our cabs, we'll see if these have got.
Yeah.
Actually, no, one of them's ours. The other two are off to customers. I bet these will sound tighter than a 412. Yeah. I think there's this thing you hear on all these sealed guitar and bass cabs, your 810s and your 412s.
Yeah.
In that the box isn't big enough for the drivers, so you've got quite a small sealed box.
Yeah.
You know, small per versus the driver area. What's actually called the VAS.
Right. Okay.
And it gives them this. It causes a sort of resonance up in the low mids, upper bass, which booms and overhangs a bit.
Is it like a turbulence thing? Is it? Because
it's just that there's not enough damping in the system, so that air spring makes it bounce.
Right.
So if you put the speaker in free air, the speaker just moves on its own.
Yeah.
And stops of its own accord. But if you put the speaker on a big air spring, and you set the speaker moving, and then you tell the speaker to stop moving, it bounces on the air spring because the enclosure air is quite tight. So it's like it's like oh gosh. So if you're in a car and you've got it's got a coil spring on each corner, and a damper with each, and then you push it and it's damped, and it's damp movement. If you added another coil spring to each corner, which is what this air spring is doing, you increase the spring rate, but you don't increase the damping. So once you push it, it bongs for longer.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need more damping.
Right.
But the damping comes from the suspension of the driver and the electromagnetic system of the driver.
Sure. Yeah.
And with valve amps, the electromagnetic side of it doesn't provide much damping because valve amps use a transformer, so the output impedance, is it low or is it high? But basically they don't hang on to the cone very well.
Right. Okay.
Bass amps don't, solid state stuff holds on to cones much better and they stop when you tell them to stop.
Okay. Right.
Valve amps don't. So
Valve
that's part
amp.
of guitar sound, is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
pulse,
okay.
but it does affect your tightness.
Yeah. Sure. But these are really nice and tight.
Yeah, but big enclosure per driver, so
Sure,
you don't
yeah.
have as strong an air spring, and then the low tuning helps as well.
There's a lot of room in these.
Let's hear that
cabs.
Redback. I want to hear that Redback again.
Same with the really chunky fuzz.
16. Right. So, I'm not going to start moving the mic around during this, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. Tell you what. So this, right?
Yeah. What are you hearing?
These kind of scooped in the mids, aren't they? A bit.
Yeah.
They're not particularly empty in the mids,
No. No.
but there's top end bite and there's this low end fatness thickness.
Yeah, they're huge.
This thing,
Yeah.
unsurprisingly, doesn't have quite the top end bite, but it's got a lot more than you'd expect.
Right.
It's got a load of mid range.
Does it?
Yeah, and I'm hearing it moving my head up and down. And obviously, when we're making a cab for you, we can put either cab driver on the bottom
Top or
or the
bottom,
top.
yeah.
And on these cabs, and this cab has been built like that, we can actually make them so they fit a 15 in either position,
Yeah.
and you have an adapter to fit a 12 in either position. So you could mess around with having a 12-15 where both holes have been made for 15s.
Yeah, you can make
And
it
you move your
212
adapter up
or-
and down, so you can have your 12 at the top or your 12 at the bottom.
You can have two adapters as well, can you? Have
Yeah.
a 212 for a bit and then two
Yeah, yeah.
15, 112,
Lots of
115.
experimentation possible.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's a cool sound.
So a good blend then. That makes sense then.
Yeah, yeah.
That's filling in what that doesn't have.
Yeah, and also, I think there's a lot to be said live.
Yeah.
I've said this before, that's got the bite. You can hear yourself on stage with it. Mic that one,
Mic
sing
that
through
one.
the PA.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And that's particularly if you're the rhythm guitarist, or maybe not. Maybe it's more of a lead thing.
Yeah.
Depends where what you're going for tonally.
Yeah, it totally
Because
depends
some of
on
those
the
lead
sound.
sounds have very little top end, and then some
Yes.
rhythm sounds are really bright. So
It totally depends.
that's cool.
Yeah, I like.
Okay, you play that riff again, and I'll just move us on to the this other one in the middle.
Okay.
Creamback H and the A type. So with this,
Yeah.
lot of upper mid-range colour, lot of tone
Okay.
coming from the Creamback H-75. I
Yeah.
swear this is a big feature of guitar speakers.
Uh-huh.
The sort of thing that I think is lost in impulse responses, possibly,
Right.
of this harmonic distortion that's coming from them. And yeah, that's really colourful, the
Yeah.
upper mid-range. This is much drier,
That's
that A-type.
A-type in the bottom,
Yes.
isn't it? Okay. Drier.
Yeah, it's not colourful and warm sounding. It just feels like it's going, yes, you put this sound into it and this sound
this
is
is what
what's
you get
coming out.
Yeah, okay.
It's not as lacking in highs as I thought. They're actually not that dissimilar in the highs.
Oh, they're not, right.
The difference is in the upper mid-range and the sort of
Okay.
colour it's bringing. I'm going to try, because we've got this mic here, I'm going to bring this mic up and down and see if we can hear a difference.
Yeah?
So I shall, yeah,
Alright, keep it
bit of
with
experimentation. So we'll stay on this Creamback H-75 and the A-type. And at the moment the mic is about level with the top driver. So we'll get this will move. Right, okay, I'm going to move the mic down as we play.
Shall I go back to dirty again? We'll keep keeping that while
dirty definitely shows it best.
Okay, I'll go.
Actually, we'll try it on the other one, see if that experiment works.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it doesn't work, we won't do that again. Maybe we'll experiment with some slightly closer miking. We prefer distant miking because it gives you a sound of actually what it sounds like, as opposed to what it sounds like if you stick your ear next to it.
Yeah.
Which none of us do.
We don't do that. All right.
So we'll do the same thing for the Redback, and that's 16 ohms. Right.
Redback and 15.
Yes. Cool. Well, we shall see if that translates on the mic. But these are the things I'm hearing, and this definitely affects things. And the joy is, if you buy a cab from us, obviously it's easy to swap the drivers, as with any guitar cab, especially on our newer ones. Now we use felt gaskets and felt grill surrounds and stuff like that. So if you're curious about what it sounds like with the driver on the bottom, on the top, and vice versa, just turn the cab upside down.
Yeah, it's literally that. Same thing.
Don't scratch the top of it. Don't spoil it. Put
a
rug on the floor. But turn it upside down and you really hear the difference, because it does change things, and the option of where you stand and where your microphone
100%
makes a big difference.
Cool.
Should we go try the baritone?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Pickups?
It's in B, this, isn't it?
Yes.
Amazing. Alright, what are we in? 15? Redback and 15 to start, I think. Yeah. Happy with the mic?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Ah,
That's a lot of fun. This sounds so different to those two, doesn't
yeah.
it? Massively. The bite's back.
Yeah,
when,
absolutely.
When you've got that high gain on. Oh, that's just so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really, really. What
Guys,
tuning
if you're down tuning,
yeah.
you want heavy stuff.
15 Redback, and what tuning is that? That's
a lower tuning single AVD.
So just single AVD, no port.
One port rather than two.
So
ports.
low, not ultra low.
Not yeah.
And yeah,
I really like these. I mean, yeah, it's not small. It's imposing on stage.
Yeah.
But
it's not light.
No,
I mean, but it is like it's not heavy.
It's not a one finger lift.
No.
Is it a one finger lift? Hang on, I hurt my finger doing this.
Yeah, be careful.
Past video.
Yeah.
It's two fingers if I take my foot off the cable.
It's a big cab. But it sounds like a big cab.
But it's got wheels. It's got these nice big dish handles, so it is comically easy to carry around compared to a 4x12. It's nice and shallows.
Yeah. And it can fit a big head.
Yeah. I mean, not a huge head, but...
No, but bigger. Bigger than
that's a good sound.
Yeah, that was great. That was really fun.
That's really good.
We're probably not going to have 3 upsizings again for a little while, are we?
Well, unless you guys go, yes, I want one.
Yeah, then do.
Yeah, there is kind of infinite possibilities with these.
Yeah.
But we can draw a lot of conclusions from different combinations with other cabs. The tuning... So this cab here is dual AVD. So I'm going to show you the back of this one.
They look so cool, the dual AVDs, I think.
So with this one we've got... Get lows come out of both of these, and mids and highs come out of both and spread around the room, and it really helps the audibility, helps the tone. This is got a custom backplate for bi-amping.
Stereo-ness.
Yes, I mean it's not really stereo when you've got drivers above each other, but so then this other one here, which I shall dance around here and show you. This is the standard version, which is single AVD, standard tuning. So we've got 2 supplementary ports. So you've got low end coming out of here, here, and here. This tunes to about the same place as what this one tunes to. And then this one over here is lower tuning, so that port is omitted, and that lowers the tuning frequency, counterintuitively, fewer ports, lower tuning.
Yeah.
And then we do an ultra low tuning where both those are missing, and this is the sole port. And the whole thing is one enclosure, it's not a divided enclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with the super low tuning, you're essentially, it can be used as a bass cab if it's got the right choice of drivers in it. So,
yeah, put BN in there or something.
Yeah,
like
we can fit bass drives. I mean, that's a guitar 15, but we could fit bass 15s.
Yeah, could do.
We can even do hybrid things where we had a bass 15 and a guitar 15 or a guitar 12 or a guitar 10.
And put it in stereo.
In the top, in stereo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow, that's mad actually.
Yeah,
that's a lot of options. In one
yeah, you could have a octave down rig going through one amp and one input, and a standard guitar rig.
Yeah.
Through the top bit. All the options. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
But these are I don't think we'll ever make all the different variants unless this company becomes a lot bigger and the world of guitar goes completely crazy with doing
low tunes.
Unconventional stuff. I think we'll stop there because
I
don't really know where we can go other than
they sound awesome
down different alleys.
And
The
pick the one that's
confusion
right
and
for you.
awesomeness.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll be back. Tell us what you'd like to hear more of.
Please.
Yeah, this is fun. Oh yeah, these are the standard colours. British
black.
Raging Green we call that, and Black in Black I think I called it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. See you next time. We've been Alex and Lewie,
Good night from me.
and a good night from him. Cheers, bye.